Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Be the Change, Change the World, where it's not just a nice idea, but it's an initiative and a lifestyle. I'm so glad that y'all are here, and I truly believe that with enough help, with enough likes and comments and subscribes, that I can get it back into the YouTube algorithm and attract all of the people that need to see my videos. So, whatever you can do to help with that, I'd be most appreciative. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all of it. Just thank you. I hope y'all had a great week. I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm full of zest and life and faith, and I'm getting through my challenges in the best way possible, because I am also experiencing change, and change creates upheaval. I have Anubis here, which is very fitting because this is a very transformative time. So I thought that I would break him out and have it amplify the messages of what needs to go out, with the most important messages. This week has been all about transformation for every sign, and these last two signs for Cancer and then for Scorpio after this is going to be no different. So welcome or welcome back, whichever the case may be. Appreciate y'all for being here. Please make yourself familiar with my legal disclaimer in the box below. Everything you need to know is down there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the reading for Cancer. You could have Cancer anywhere in your chart for it to resonate. You could be dealing with a Cancer, so if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it's not your reading, it just isn't your reading, and that's okay. But I'd appreciate all the help that I can get to get my reading to the people who need to see it. There's something better comes out. So you're also going through a challenging time, aren't you, Cancer? There's something better than what you're experiencing right now. And then there's peaceful resolution. That also seems to be a theme here. But it requires something of you, Cancer. Acceptance that there is something better, that you can have a peaceful resolution. You don't have to continue to do the same old things to get the same results over and over again. Oh look, in my pre-shuffle, this is at the bottom of the deck. Unhappy family home. Unhappy family. And the Lovers and the reverse at the top of the deck. This is a breakup. This is where two people no longer love each other in a family dynamic. The home is chaotic, full of arguments and resentments and fighting and power and control, and it don't have to be like that, Cancer. What's better for Cancer? Oh, hold on a second. Those really fell. They really fell. Very far away. Oh my goodness. So this is a lot like my Pisces reading so far. You might be dealing with a Pisces, so go ahead and check that out. Cancer definitely came up in Pisces reading. Oh yeah. Very similar cards here, Cancer. You're feeling trapped. You're feeling like your hands are tied. But that's all an illusion. There's something better. this unhappy family situation that you found yourself in, Cancer. There's been a lot of betrayal, a lot of lies, a lot of heartache. It's over. It's time to let it go. But I don't think you want to. Because Four of Swords in reverse is all about anxiety, the inability to relax. And I'm being drawn to read the alternative meanings of the Four of Swords in reverse because I know that it fits your situation, Cancer. I know it does. Let me find it here. Where's the swords? Pentacles, cups, wands. Wand, where's swords? Wands. Cups. Come for real. Swords. Yes. Yes. Four of Swords reverse. Suggests resisting necessary rest or recovery. That is just so much negative energy built up inside of you. This card urges you to prioritize self-care and avoiding burnout. You're so tired. You need to focus on honoring your need for rest and rejuvenation to maintain physical and mental well-being. I feel like you're having trouble sleeping, maybe even afraid to sleep. Maybe you're having nightmares. You need to calm down. I know that you're disappointed. I know that this isn't the best situation here. I know that your dreams have been crushed, Cancer. But there is something better. This is all in the name of the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is all about the accumulation of all that you have in your lifetime. This is your income. This is your assets. This is your car. This is your home. This is your family. This is your pet. This is your partner. This is your in-laws and your family. This is all of that. This is the accumulation of a legacy. This is what you're worried about. Stability. Finances. Don't worry. Like, for real. Don't worry. You're losing your mind because this dream of this happy family life has been crashed down and crushed. There's something better for you. There really is. There is a peaceful resolution if you allow it. But in this energy, you won't allow it. You won't accept it. The Ace of Cups is in the reverse, Cancer. That means you don't have any love for yourself. Let me give you some alternatives here because I believe that this will fit. It indicates emotional imbalance or blocked emotions. Oh my gosh, yes. Your emotions are very imbalanced. Your emotions are blocked. And you use your emotions as blockages. This card urges addressing underlying issues for healing and balance. Embrace self-nurturing and allow emotions to flow freely for restoration and emotional clarity. Your emotions are all over the place, Cancer. You need to have emotional clarity because you have none. Your perception is distorted. Or the person that you're dealing with is the perception's distorted. There is the lack of that unconditional love within you. You don't have anything to give, to nurture. So you look to other people to fill your cup, to make you happy. But that's not the point of this life. That is not the responsibility of another person to fill your cup. You have to fill your own cup by practicing self-care, taking care of you, relying on yourself. There's something better. There's a peaceful resolution on the other side of it, but you gotta let go. It hurts so much more to hang on to a painful situation, especially whenever a family is breaking up like this, but it's really the best and only way. You got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, showing even more imbalance. Over a King of Cups. Is it a Pisces? Could be. King of Cups is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The only reason why I say Pisces is because Cancer showed up in Pisces reading. At the top of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. You're in balance because this is exactly what you want. Love and emotional support and financial support. Those aren't very good motivations for keeping someone in your life. You're using him. Well, it doesn't have to be a man. It could be any masculine. But the King of Cups is emotionally stable. You can't rely on this King of Cups to regulate your emotions, Cancer. You need to learn how to regulate your own emotions. And believe me, I know exactly what this feels like because there was a time where I didn't know how to regulate my own emotions either. I promise you that I was in a place where you're at right now, feeling stuck and trapped emotionally, and feeling like I'm losing my mind. With stress, with anxiety, with huge fears and disappointments. You can't rely on other people for emotional and financial support. You have to give back. You don't have anything to give back, Cancer. You've been taking. Cancer, you have the innate ability to be compassionate, but your emotions are blocked. Your heart space is blocked because of all of the hate and the jealousy and the insecurity that you have inside. You're blocked by I can't think of the word, but it's like, oh, resentment. Yes, resentment. Because you had an idea of what this was supposed to look like, but you didn't have anything to offer back. It's time for you to learn how to regulate your own emotions. It's time for you to stop using other people for what you don't think that you can provide for yourself. I've gone from a place where years back, and not even all that many years, I used to shake and tremble inside when someone would yell at me, and I would get so emotional, and I would be a nervous wreck. My whole body would shake, and I would cry, and I would just be off my rocker. But I've done a lot of work on myself, and I've really grown to where just a few weeks ago, or maybe 4 weeks ago, I was in a situation where my coworkers were yelling at me, and I did not feel that fear inside. I felt calm. I was calm, and I was respectful. Each time I validated that I acknowledged and validated their point of view, respectfully disagreed, and then said right after, "You don't need to yell at me." And that's huge. I was very assertive and very respectful, but it was a very powerful moment for me that showed me that I can go from complete emotional dysregulation to complete emotional control and tranquility. I did not let these people's anger affect me in the least. I was not afraid. I didn't feel bad. I didn't agree with them, and I told them so. It takes work. It takes time. But you can do it too. There's something better. It just requires some effort from you to do something different than you've always done. I mean, I think this is kind of a continuation from my Cancer reading from a week or two ago. Are you going to stop doing what you've always done, or are you going to do something different? The universe is forcing change and transformation upon you. Change is happening to you regardless. You can be kicking and screaming your way through the change, and you can be resisting it with all your might, or you can just accept it. Go with the flow and do what it is that is being required of you, Cancer. You need to fill your own emotional cup up. You need to make yourself happy. Do the things that make you happy. Free yourself from this emotional dysfunction that you feel within yourself. And you really need to stop projecting it onto other people, because you're not helping anybody, especially not yourself. You're not helping your family. You're not helping this King of Cups. You're not helping anybody. As long as you cannot manage yourself appropriately, you can't manipulate people's emotions to get what you want. Yeah, you did it for a long time, and that worked for a very long time, but now the time has come. Oh, look. From the pre-shuffle for Cancer, look at the bottom of the deck. It's the Devil. You have manipulative tendencies. You have your own agenda. This is about obsession, codependency, addictions, and toxic behavior. Top of the deck is the Knight of Cups. The toxic behavior is you taking, not giving. The King of Cups is tired of it. King of Cups is um, exhausted from all the giving, all the emotional regulation for you. All you're doing is just taking this King of Cups' energy for yourself with minimal effort. And then this Knight of Cups is like, oh, I'm so sorry. I won't do that again. But then you do. Or you do something worse. You're very charming, Cancer, cross-watcher. Whoever this is about, they're very charming. And you're very toxic. You or they. You have the energy of a snake, someone who cannot be trusted. With good reason. There's so much deception here. You have your own skewed perception of things. And trust me when I say it's skewed, because it definitely is skewed. You believe that you have the perfect happy family. But it's over. There is nothing perfect and there's nothing happy about it. It's a situation that must end. It's been time. But yet, you seem to be in this delusion that this is a happy family. This is what you project to others. You have the perfect life, the perfect spouse, the perfect kids, the perfect house, the perfect job. Well, guess what? Nothing's perfect. And no one's perfect. Especially not you or this person that you're dealing with, Cancer. I promise. Your agenda is quite selfish in nature. And this is no good for anyone that is near you, that has relationship with you, has communication with you. This all leaks out onto them too. King of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Coins, Ace of Wands in the reverse. Wow. King of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Coins, Ace of Wands reverse. I bet these kings, this King of Wands, King of Swords, this masculine energy, bet this is someone that you're either married to or have a committed relationship with. They have an interest in someone else that is better for them. And you have complete disdain for that. You have your own narrative about that. This Queen of Coins, this other person here, that this masculine energy that is interested in and no longer interested in you. This is what has been spiritually ordained. And with your actions and behaviors, or with this person's actions and behaviors, they have manifested this outcome through their fears and insecurity. So there is no need to project blame or shame onto this other feminine energy who is stable, solid, dependable, abundant, and loyal, nurturing and compassionate, hardworking. This makes you angry because you don't want to let go. You're hurting yourself. There's something better than holding on to this negativity, this grudge that you have, this jealousy. There's something better. Do you want to feel peace? Because truly, I don't think you've ever experienced the peace that passes all understanding that only God can give. But as long as you keep behaving as the way that you've been behaving, or as long as this person is behaving the way that they're behaving, whoever this is, you or someone else, it's going to get worse before it gets better. It will. You don't have to make it worse, but it kind of looks like you will, or they will. This is about letting go of old situations that aren't working. The tower comes in to disrupt and destroy what has not been built on a solid foundation. If you have a solid foundation, there is no destruction, but you're experiencing total destruction and loss and upheaval because the foundation was never solid in the first place. So it's time to get out of the fantasy that this is a happy home, happy family, because it's not. Stop pretending and stop fooling yourself and stop trying to fool other people. You or them. It's not going to get you anywhere. But if you do decide to let go, go your own way in peace, work on yourself, pray for that peace. Pray for the courage to change. You got to start taking accountability for your actions and stop blaming other people for your bad behavior. You or them. Whoever this is about. Father God, Holy Spirit, what are the final messages for Cancer? Eternal love. There's something better. You have another love waiting for you, Cancer, while you're clinging on to this dead marriage or home family situation. Do you want real love? It starts with you loving yourself, you doing what makes you happy, being able to be happy on your own and not relying on another person to make you happy and regulate your emotions, Cancer. You can do it by yourself. It takes effort. It might take a long time, but I promise you, with enough determination and consistency and fortitude, persistence, you can do it too, instead of using your persistence in all the negative ways. Help me to perceive all of the love that surrounds me so that I can feel safe receiving, expressing, and giving love. Your idea of love is out of balance. You feel very safe receiving love, but your way of expressing love is empty because you don't have any love to give. That can change, but only you can make that happen. You need to go within. You need to take a moral inventory of yourself and take accountability for the things that you've done, the things that you've said. Take accountability for this relationship being finished. You participated in this, and you are responsible for the actions that have caused this relationship to fail. And if you do the work, a new love will come into your life later when you're ready to feel safe actually giving love. Because relationships are not about money and financial stability. Not really. That's just a byproduct. Relationships are meant for people to love one another, not to be financially chained and obligated to the other person. There's no giving and receiving there. The more this King of Cups gives his time and attention to regulating your emotions and giving you the money and the stability that you crave and desire, all you're giving back is negativity and chaos, arguments. You need to heal the codependency. You need to heal the obsession with feeling entitled to other people's money and feeling entitled to someone else regulating your emotions. That's too hard. It's exhausting, and it's not fair, and it's out of balance. You need to get yourself in balance, Cancer. There's something better. There's a peaceful resolution, but you need to go your own way in peace. You need to let this go and search for the love within. The love of God, that divine spark of unconditional love. So you can feel safe, opening your heart and actually giving of yourself in positive and loving and caring, compassionate ways. You're capable of it. You just need to go against your programming. Everything that you've always known, you have to unlearn. Interrupt those patterns and do better, to be better. And you will be better if you make the effort. But as long as you keep resorting to mental or emotional manipulation or throwing a temper tantrum to get your way, doing power trips, things are just going to keep getting harder and harder because it's time for change. There's no room for that behavior in the future. It has to stop. You're not entitled to anything. Everything's earned. And then once you do the work on yourself, then gifts and help and all of this stuff, like assistance, like comes to you when you need it. But you can't demand it. You're not entitled. No one is. Everything's earned. Takes effort. So use all of that energy that you are putting into everything that you're doing to create distraction, to do whatever it is to get what you want, to fulfill your agenda, create your own narrative, and do something different with that energy that'll be much more beneficial to you. It's all shady and underhanded tactics. Karma's caught up with you. You're experiencing the weight of that karma. There's a way out. Just got to do the work. And I'm sure, Cancer, you have Capricorn somewhere in your chart, which makes things highly confusing for you, because Cancer and Capricorn are the opposite signs. They're very opposite of each other. And oh my gosh, if you're like Cancer Sun and Capricorn Moon, I can't even imagine the back and forth pull between the two. Because they're the complete opposites of each other. Don't let that Capricorn side to you get more toxic. It's time to heal. Heal those toxic patterns that you have and disrupt them. Go to a counselor. Nobody really has to know. Be the best thing you ever did. Seek help. Because you really need to learn how to regulate your own emotions. You really need to start focusing on yourself. Because with you constantly worried about other people, you're not caring for yourself. You're burning yourself out and you're exhausting yourself. It doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't. But you have the power to change. You either will or you won't. But I promise that if you don't do something soon to change, things will continue to get worse and worse and worse until you're absolutely powerless to do anything. And you have no other choice but to cry out to God and say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I did this to myself. And you know what? 6 years ago, I was in that point. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I did everything wrong. I created my own living nightmare, which is what you're doing right now, or the person around you. There's something better. The goal is peace. If you don't feel peace, you're not on the right path. And you can take that to the bank, so they say. You have to be filled with peace, or else you're doing something wrong. Anyhow, thank y'all so much for supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. I appreciate y'all so much. And please, like, share, subscribe, comment. I want to hear from you. I'll talk to y'all soon.